Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. Now, in this video today, we are going to be reacting to my round 2 of the $250,000 tournament on the Xbox side. Now, I know my face cam is in the upper left-hand corner for you guys. It's going to be in a kind of weird spot, but that's because that's where Isaac's face cam is. So my face cam is going to be covering Isaac's face cam. The quality of this game might be a little bit laggy. You guys still will be able to see the majority of this game and get a pretty good idea and grasp of everything. So this is from Isaac's stream. I will leave Isaac's YouTube and Twitch down below in the description. Make sure to go drop him a follow on Twitch as well as sub to the YouTube because he is one of my guys in the community. And let's just hop right into the game. So this was the round 2 game. Obviously, you guys can see it is a little bit choppy, but it'll probably, hopefully, at least get better. There I throw a pretty good pass, get a wide open shot that I'm actually kind of surprised I missed in the first possession of the game. And I obviously commit a foul. Just try to limit transition because Chris Evans, he likes to play a kind of fast tempo. So just wanted to limit kind of the transition looks that he was able to get there. And honestly, he could have peaked with Luka and got a good shot right there. Instead, he gets a showtime and one dunk to start the game. So not a good start to the game, and I didn't get off to good starts all day long. Legitimately all day long. There's nothing new that was in this game that didn't happen all day long outside of my game versus Jomar. Just slow starts literally all day long. And a lot of it is probably just because I wasn't that comfortable with my team. I got blocked right there, kind of a fake animation. On the other end of the court, he shoots a peak 3, and we're down 6-0. Versus Brian, I was down like, what, 13-6. Chris, 6-0 already. Just a very, very rough start. That was a big-time dunk right there, starting to swing things in my favor. Get a showtime dunk for Kevin Durant. And for me, honestly, more than anything, it was just trying to find some sort of a rhythm. There, Kawhi gets a steal. We get a dunk, and finally, started to get in my rhythm a little bit after my 6-0 start. Could have been a bump right there. I'll live with that dunk right there because I feel like I had, what, a 15-20% chance to get a bump steal right there. I didn't get it. It is what it is. I didn't give up a 3. I'll live with it at the end of the day. So just trying to get KD involved in my offense, I think, was something that I didn't do enough of throughout the day. And so that's something that I, would take note of in the championship versus Splash. But something that I felt like I wish I would have done better is get KD involved there. The cheesy spin dunk for Giannis. And we're just going back and forth right now. We both are pressing, both playing this fast-paced kind of tempo. And it's just whoever can force more turnovers, I think, will end up winning the game. There he did get a pretty good look. I was lucky that he did end up missing it. And here I knew he was probably going to try to foul. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'll rewind, kind of show you guys, tell you guys what I should have done. After I throw this up to Luka, I should go in for a showtime dunk. He's out of position. Instead, I try getting a quick 3 off. It's obviously a heavy. Good thing AD was in position to get a nice rebound. Swim through him there to get a slam dunk. But honestly, not a very good decision for me to shoot the ball there. I got kind of blessed. But you guys can see the shot discrepancy. He shot 4 shots. I've shot 8 shots already. And the more kind of differential you guys see in that, the better off I usually am. So sending bodies at the ball handler, I feel like I'm in pretty good defensive position here. Send 2 bodies. That should have been my steal right there. I felt like I was in the lane. I guess I just maybe wasn't committing enough to that corner, but felt like I was in decent enough defensive position and just didn't go my way. Another block dunk, and you just got to live with it at some point. You just got to live with the blocks instead of showtimes. It's going to happen at some points. He gets a 3 off. That's just a good move by Chris, and you just got to live with it. At some points, you got to give credit where credit is due. If they make a good play, give credit. That's a good shot by Chris. Again, down 6 points, and you just got to try to claw your way back into it. I'm probably thinking about bringing my subs in here pretty shortly. Good timeout right there to try to settle everybody down, calm everybody down, and start figuring some things out. You guys can see my Luka's cold, my Kevin Durant's cold, so that's obviously not what you want to see. But just one showtime dunk can kind of flip things around. There, I could have gotten a showtime dunk. I don't know what kind of animation that was, but I'll take it. 2 points is 2 points. And as you guys can see, I'm trying to just swing the tempo somehow. I don't know why he shot that. He could have just thrown it to AD for an easy 2, but I'll take it nonetheless. And on the other end, I'm trying to get a showtime dunk. Trying to get some sort of showtime. There we go, and 1, and that does count for showtime. So you guys are going to see KD's cold ring go away, Luka's cold ring go away, and within this free throw, as long as I make it, the score will be back to 1 point. So I will say I haven't really gotten that many pure stops yet, right? the stops I've gotten has just kind of been his mistakes, right? He shot it lightly on the last possession. I haven't forced any turnovers, done anything crazy yet, so that's something that I'm trying to do. If he would have shot that, probably would have been a lightly. I feel like so far this possession played good defense, swing there. This is by far the best defensive possession I've had. It's not even close. By far and away the best defensive possession I had. If he hits that, you got to give credit where credit's due. Great defensive possession right there. And if I can score here, this is where you're gonna start seeing some things happen for me. Get a Showtime slam. Can start seeing the momentum swing. I don't know why my Kevin Durant just fell down, but it is what it is. I got a Showtime on one end. I'll take it. And that's where that's where I made my money. It wouldn't let me shoot that right there. So if you're wondering, Ty, why did you not shoot that? It's because it wouldn't let me. But this is where I made my money against Chris. His press gave up way too many easy buckets. And I felt like I was getting easier buckets in transition than he was. Like right there, yes, he got a Showtime dunk. But at the end of the day, I felt like it wasn't that easy of a possession for him. Again, just look at the number advantage that I have. I have number advantage, another Showtime slam. You guys can see my team starting to get takeover. And I mean, like I said, defensively, I should have probably committed to MJ there. That was my fault. But you're just seeing the game speed up. And once the game speeds up, the majority of the time I am going to be able to win. He's up 4 threes compared to I have 0 threes right now in the game. He fouls there. I'm in the bonus. It's pretty easy. It's an easy 2 points right there for me. But so far, pretty back and forth action. Right now, I see Luka Doncic has takeover. So it's important for me not to let him get a good look at the basket. And that's what I'm trying to do. Just trying to prevent Luka Doncic from just even seeing the rim with a good vision. And there he blew a dunk. Couldn't grab the rebound though, and that's important, right? You got to be able to secure the rebounds in situations like that. Give up a Showtime slam because of it. It is what it is. Like I said, the game was starting to be played at my tempo just that little bit more. That was a baited pass. A good bait there from Chris. He got unlucky, didn't get the steal. Was able to get my 2 points. So if I could get a stop here going to the second quarter, that should have been my steal too. I know I'm saying it a lot, but I felt like I played good defense there. But if I can go into the quarter tied up, I would take it. There, I get a steal up to Kawhi Leonard. Right there, I thought I was going to get a flick. I did get it open. Kawhi missed it. But we head into the second quarter, knotted up at 23. I'll take it after my 6-0 start. I'll take being tied at 23. More than anything into the second quarter, I felt like I was starting to find my rhythm. Even there, the defense you guys are seeing, obviously I didn't get the rebound, but my defensive pressure, it started to ramp up a little bit, showing different looks, really starting to get him on the ropes. And here's a play that I kind of got blessed, no doubt about it. Got blessed that he ran out of bounds, but that's just kind of what the hard hedge did there. He had to go a little bit wider than he probably wanted to. I was able to get my bench in the game right here, and my bench was honestly better than my starters all day long. I don't think anybody's going to argue it. My bench really balled out. Terry Dishinger's Showtime dunk to start my bench unit off right. And then let's see, can we string together some stops? That's really what the difference was in this game eventually, but I don't think I stringed that many together in the first half. That's just a kill for Chris. Good shot by Chris Evans right there. Getting a green light to go. T-Mac, another Showtime slam. And that's the thing. The more Showtime I get, the more Chris is going to be in trouble. And that's if there was one piece of advice I'd give to Chris, it's not to press me, because it's kind of hard to press me, especially if I find my rhythm against it, because I can get so many Showtime dunks. But that's just the way Chris plays. Chris plays his kind of defensive pressure, and he likes to speed people up. So that's just kind of the way he plays. But at the same token, I felt like my defense, I was in my rhythm. There, another tip pass that I just didn't come up with, and Chris knocks down a 3. Right now, he's got 6 threes. I got 0 threes. And that's something I wanted to change. But against Chris, he just kept giving up Showtime dunks. And at the end of the day, I was getting enough stops to just stay in the game for the time. I knew things were going to start swinging. Right there, another tip pass that I didn't get. There's 3 out of the last 4 possessions. I get a tip pass, and I just don't come up with the ball. So that's just kind of the way it is sometimes. Here he puts Ben Simmons into the game, and I was living with it. If anybody wants to run Ben Simmons versus me, go ahead. I'm going to get a couple of stops with LeBron, and we're going to do my thing. That's ultimately what's going to happen, because Ben Simmons is just, he really limits what you can do on offense. At the end of the day, he limits what you can do. Right there, he hit a tough fadeaway midi, and on the other end of the court, you know what I do. Another Showtime slam. We'll see what happens this possession. I'm not really sure, but as long as Ben Simmons isn't his primary ball handler, I'm just sending extra bodies. You can go ahead, throw the ball to Ben Simmons, but the thing is, if you're going to run Ben Simmons, you have to make him your primary ball handler or your screen setter. He's got to be involved with the offense. 3 seconds on the shot clock. He kind of cheesed me right there. Late shot clock. I jumped. It is what it is. He made a good play. But the one thing I will say is my defensive energy at the start of this quarter has been good. I can't really be mad that I haven't noticed it on the scoreboard because, I feel it. You can feel when you're starting to play better, and I'm feeling it. That's a big foul call because it was showtime. And you guys can see my showtime activating. Literally have team takeover right now. You guys noticed the score when I got team takeover. I was up 1. Just watch. I don't know if I'll go up a ton or if that's in the second half, but again, another possession in which I feel like he's not comfortable. And that's ultimately what I'm trying to do. Limit how many possessions he's comfortable. I felt like in this second quarter, he hasn't been very comfortable at all. Yes, he's gotten some breaks, gotten some easy buckets, but it's not been comfortable. I wish I had a tracker of how many tip passes I got in this second quarter. I don't know if I've forced a turnover, but I know I've had 3, 4, or 5 tip passes or bump steals, stuff like that. So I can't really be too mad about it. I feel like at least the game is starting to trend in my direction just because of the comfortability, right? I'm getting more comfortable while he, I feel like, is a lot more uncomfortable than he was to start the game. You see the points in the paint, right? He's got 14 points in the paint. I got like 30, and that's just a big discrepancy there. Another mid-range jumper. It's fine. I live with it because at the end of the day, I'm chucking the ball right down court and speeding the game up. The game really was played at my tempo almost the entire game. That was a scary pass and that I got away with. And you know what Moses is going to do with it. Moses is going to put that down more times than not. And this is what I was talking about, right? We throw a bunch of full court passes, but I'm going to live with it because I'll take my full court passes and kind of the way things were swinging for me compared to how he was playing. Over to LeBron. I wish he could shoot corner threes, but it is a long 2. It's going to be green every single time with his takeover. Still, I need to make a little run before half. Try to at least extend the lead to 5 or so. That's probably like what my main goal was right here. Felt like defensively, I played pretty good here. I don't know what ends up happening. That's a stop. And of course, I don't get the rebound. Now, in this game, I didn't realize it, but I feel like I'm getting hoed pretty badly in this second quarter. Like during the game, as it was going on, I don't really remember getting hoed like this, but I was getting hoed. And I still only have, I think I only have 1 3-pointer right now. So that's just a credit to how Chris is playing defense. But man, I really truly feel like I should be up more than I am. I'm up 2 points, and I don't know if I can play that much better than I have in this second quarter specifically. Again, another possession in which he puts me in the rim. How many possessions am I going to get put in the rim consecutively? Eventually, I got to get a stop, and I know. I just got to stick with it, and I'll be just fine. LeBron gives me another Showtime dunk. And how many Showtime dunks has he given up this quarter? I know he hasn't given up many threes, but just how many Showtime dunks? There was the miss we were looking for. He took kind of a rush shot, in my opinion, with Hakeem there. Didn't need to take that. I think he could have got 1 shot, to be honest with you. My LeBron James, of course, gets blocked. It's like anytime I had a chance to really extend the lead in the second quarter, it just didn't work out in my favor. But 3 seconds, we'll see if I can get a stop here. I don't really remember how this quarter ends, but hopefully I can at least get a stop. Okay, he calls another timeout. We'll see how this thing ends. Oh yeah, I get put in the rim once again. So, I mean, if you look at his dunks compared to my dunks, that's kind of where I felt like even at halftime, it being tied up, I felt like I had an advantage. So I started the second half with my starters. I don't remember how it goes, but my starters started the game rough. So we'll see in the second half if they can turn it around. Luka gets a crazy contest right there. Don't really know how that happened, but I knew he was going to try to foul me on the break. I get it up for another Showtime slam. And that was a big start, right? The stop at a half was a big time start into really what I think is a huge run. We'll see. The quarter started off tied. We'll see where it ends up. Kawhi gets a bump steal, and we're off to the races. I thought it was going to be clear path. Didn't get the clear path call I was hoping for, but hey, it is what it is. I felt like I was in a rhythm at this point, and we'll see what happens. Because I really don't remember playing, like, I kind of remember the end result, but I don't remember the specific plays during this game. So we're just going to see what happens. Kawhi coming off screens. I'm running. Oh my word, that was an absolute dot to the corner. Now here's the thing. He was on Antawn Jamison the whole entire possession. I knew he was going to rotate off of him if I went middle and bow. over to Giannis, green from the corner, and after that shot, I knew what it was. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I knew I was gonna win, but at the end of the day, I knew I was in my rhythm, and I started swinging. You guys are gonna notice Giannis swings. We'll see. He's not in any sort of a rhythm right now. Kawhi is beating his Luka up, and right there he had a nice step back, but he didn't shoot it, and that all just goes back to he's not in his rhythm right now. This should be a stop. I don't know if I end up getting a stop. Kawhi does get me a stop. We get the board, and we're running. I know he's trying to foul me. I tried to get it up to AD. Couldn't quite do so, but we're on a 5-0 run to start the half. If you think back to the first half, he started the game off 6-0, so I knew I had to make a little bit of a run here in this second half. I know he's double teaming me. I run right around it. And that's the thing. Chris loves to send these double teams, and if I run right around him, I'm just fine. But that's his third team foul already of the half. So he's got to be kind of careful, because otherwise I will just keep shooting free throws for the rest of the half. And I don't even know what happened right there. I don't know if I was delayed, but that happened twice on Saturday, and that never happens when I just play the game. 2K knew, though. They gave me the ball back. So shout out 2K, man. For those working at 2K headquarters, thank you for the ball back, because I definitely deserved it. Luka only had 3 points right now. I don't know. It was tough. It was tough for me to find my rhythm with Luka, because obviously didn't start the game right with Luka. But there, did get a Showtime dunk. I tried getting a tip there with Giannis. It is what it is. And that is a big miss. I had momentum, and it was tough. At this point, I'm on a 7-0 run. There it is, another foul and one. We're on a 9-0 run to start the third quarter. He started off up 6-0. I'm on a 9-0 run right now, and let's see if I can extend it. It's a 10-0 run right now. Kawhi has takeover, Luka has takeover, and the rest of my team is close. Here he gets a dunk, but at that point, I'm fine with it. I'm up 10 points. If I don't give up threes, more than likely I'm going to be fine to win the game. So I know that in the back of my mind, just no threes, I'll be fine. Get it to Giannis. That's an absolute missile to Kawhi Leonard. And bow, I get the white to drop. And say what you want, but we're on a 13-2 run to start the second half. So I can say whatever I want about my starters not playing well. To start this half against Chris, my starters were balling. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Luka's getting bumpy just for the fun of it. Got a few fouls to use. And once you get up 11, once I get up 11 specifically, it's going to be tough to come back against my defense. That's the one thing about it. There's a great contest from Anthony Davis. Do we secure the board? We do, and we're running. We are running. I just got to be smart about this. I throw an absolute scary right there. Just good defense by Chris. Credit where credit's due. And then he comes on the other end, nails a three. And this is where I started getting nervous. I was like, I just can't let him get the algo back that I had throughout the game. He had to sell out there, and there's the bailout badge on display, right? He had to sell out, had to throw two bodies at me, and I made the right decision with the Luka Doncic bailout to Anthony Davis in the corner. Giannis, rim protector. You guys are going to see his team is not going to be even close to getting takeover. And that's the biggest thing. My team had basically team takeover. His team is probably closer to all being cold than anybody getting takeover. Again, I thought about swinging in there for MJ, but at the end of the day, I'll give up a 2. A 2 is not going to kill me with this, the way this game was going. I did get fouled right there. I wanted a showtime, man. I just wanted to keep getting showtime. KD had takeover now as well. We're up 11, and I legit have team takeover. And it's like I just kept showing different looks in the pick and roll, right? There, I tried preventing the 2 right there because I'd been consistently not giving up threes, and again, I'm not going to give up threes, but I tried getting a chase down block right there. KD has takeover. Oh my, that was a scary one right there. I really was 3 hunting heavy with KD because KD is so tough. He just needs an inch of space, but Anthony Davis has been balling here in this third quarter. We'll see what happens. I just need to string together a couple of stops, try to get this lead to 15 points. There's a good switch, a great switch back, and again, you live with the tough 2. You live with the tough 2. Once you get a lead of 10 plus, you can give up 2s. You definitely can, as long as it's not showtime. Kevin Durant does get a showtime and 1 right there. And like I said, I had all the momentum in the world. We're up 12 right now. My goal right now, 15 by the end of the quarter, and I knew the game was over at that point if I could get it to 15. Trying to find a way to get a bump steal, show some different looks. Just make sure not to give up any 3s. And see right here, I mean, I knew Kevin Durant had takeover for me, but at the same time, I had to be smart with it. There, pump fake, threw it over to Giannis. My Giannis has half catch and shoot. That's basically automatic every single time. Just still trying to string together one last stop. Make sure not to give up any threes, but I still need to stop there. This was a huge swing, right? I get the steal. I don't know what happens on this possession, but the steal alone, just look at the cold rings on his team. Then when I say huge swing, that's what I'm talking about. KD, I accidentally clicked off right there. I think I shot a very early, very late. Whatever the case may be. Another steal right there. I call a timeout with 2 seconds left, and his whole team is cold, I think. We'll see if I do end up getting a bucket here. I don't think I do. Get a quick release. Don't get it to go, but I head up into the fourth quarter up 12 points. Starting the fourth quarter, I rode my starters. I put LeBron James in the game, but some of my starters had to stay because of how good they were playing. They honestly took me a long ways in that third quarter, and so I left the majority of them in. Luka stayed, Kawhi stayed, AD stayed, KD stayed. I did put Bron in the game because Bron is just the best. And that's a shot right there. That's just a good shot by Chris. He wasn't able to get it to go. And once he missed that shot, I kind of knew, right? I knew after that shot, after he didn't get that one to go, kind of that I was in good position to win the game. There kind of went brain dead with Bron. I'm surprised LeBron didn't put him into the rim. But at the end of the day, I was not allowing anything easy. Fouling on the break. Remember, this is for $250,000. So I'm fouling on the break, doing what I got to do. There's a good bump steal. Bron, great hustle play. I think I was clapping. I think I was clapping at this point when Bron dove out of bounds and saved it in bounds. I was super, super happy. The fact that we were even making hustle plays during this 250K tournament. Back to LeBron James. That should have been green. I didn't green it. AD with the big time rebound. Back to LeBron James. Am I not going to throw it to Kawhi? I don't know why I didn't throw it to Kawhi, but I'll take this Showtime slam for LeBron James. Again, he can have these twos because that's not going to beat me. Now, that two was big for him because he got off the cold rings. But still, there's only 4 minutes left. He's down 14 points. He knows he's going to have to get some turnovers, get some steals. And so at this point, I was just trying to play smart. That was kind of another fake contest right there. I should have just shot the three with Luka, but I was just trying to play as smart as possible. And even in this game, I would say I didn't shoot that many threes. And so against Chris, I got a lot of Showtime dunks. And against the game you guys will see next, obviously, on my YouTube channel, it's just there's a lot of different ways that I can play. If somebody wants to take away my threes, they can do that because I got something else I can do. So that's what I think makes my offense so tough to guard is it's the randomness of it, right? Sometimes I take a lot of threes. Sometimes I'll take my Showtime dunks. It really depends on what the defense ends up giving me. But in this position, we're up 16 points. If I play smart, I know I have a very good chance to win the game. I'm not going to throw it scary. I'll just keep running. Not going to throw any sort of scary pass. Anthony Davis should have been a Showtime dunk. I get blocked. It is what it is. You just got to live with that sometimes. Maybe I should have just went with the safe dunk. I don't know. But he's willing to take his twos, and I'm willing to give up the twos in this situation. Waste 3 or 4 seconds inbounding the ball, and I'm in very, very good position. I'm sensing the Elite 8 right now. Well, it is the Final Four of Xbox right now if I advance, but the Elite 8 of the whole tournament if I do win this game. So at this point, you're just starting to feel good about the position you're in because at the end of the day, it is one game at a time. So up 16 points with 2 minutes left, you get a good sense of where you're at. Obviously, after a few poor possessions, I will skip through what happened, but my main thing here was just no threes. If I don't give up any threes, I know I'm not going to lose the game, and so I'm fine giving up a dunk after 10 seconds. With 10 seconds left of the shot clock, I'll be giving up a dunk. I don't really care. Go ahead, send him on a back cut. I tried reaching back into position and I ended up giving up a three. I would remember being very mad at myself. I was like, why am I giving up a wide open three to Anton Jameson? That doesn't even make sense for me to do. But again, I just tried slowing the game down as much as possible right here. Just no turnovers. If you don't turn the ball over in this type of a situation, you're going to win. You waste, 20 seconds of the shot clock there. He could have easily gotten a steal there. Instead of the steal, I get a contact dunk. And that's really all she wrote. I don't remember exactly what happens on these possessions. There, I got a steal. Kevin Durant, green light. And that was the dagger. That was really the dagger, nail in the coffin. Now, obviously, up 19, I'm just going to hold the ball. And it is what it is. I take a shot clock violation. And that's kind of how the game ended up going. I ended the game winning by 19 points, 88 points. And if you look at the second half, he ended the game with 69 points. I can rewind to halftime to see what he had. You look at halftime, he had 47. So I limited Chris to 22 points in that second half, and that was the key to victory. And nothing I did on the offensive end changed. I basically scored the same amount, but defensively in that second half, I was locked in. Nothing was comfortable for him, and that's really the difference in the game. But comment your thoughts down below on that game. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.